Breathe, Virgo. Close your eyes and feel it, that quiet tremor in the air that your soul already senses before the mind can name it. Today, Wednesday, November 12th, 2025, the cards unfold before me with an energy so sharp, so urgent, that even the candles flicker in response. What they reveal for you, my wise and perceptive Virgo, cannot be ignored. Tomorrow, Thursday, November 13th, something strikes like lightning through calm skies, sudden, undeniable, life-altering. But this is not chaos for chaos's sake. It's truth breaking through the careful structure you've built around it. For too long, you've analyzed, adjusted, and reasoned your way through uncertainty, trying to perfect what was never meant to stay the same. The first card that rises is the Tower, fierce and merciful, shattering illusions you've polished to appear flawless. It's followed by the Hermit, your own sacred guide, reminding you that wisdom doesn't hide from the truth. It illuminates it. And then the Sun, radiant, unstoppable, promising that what falls now will make room for something more authentic, more alive, and deeply aligned with your soul's purpose. Virgo, what's coming tomorrow may feel like a shock, a confession, a revelation, or the collapse of something you thought was stable. But it's not tragedy, it's liberation. The universe is removing what no longer resonates with who you've become. So breathe through the shake, my dear. Stand tall in your clarity. When the light breaks through on November 13th, you'll realize this wasn't an ending. It was the precise correction your destiny has been waiting for. Capitulo 1. Following that intense internal disconnect revealed by Temperance reversed, we pull the card that defines the core issue you've been avoiding. The Seven of Cups appears today, a clear signal that your current reality is built on a foundation of mist and wishful thinking. This arcana speaks directly to idealization, the kind of dangerous romanticizing that keeps you trapped in what-ifs rather than focusing on what is. It shows that your energy has been scattered across too many imaginary possibilities, none of which you have committed to fully. This illusionary thinking hasn't just affected your mental state, it has concrete results, especially in love and career stability. In relationships, you've been choosing the potential of a person over their actual, demonstrable behavior, leading to cycles of disappointment and emotional exhaustion. Career-wise, you've chased shiny, fleeting opportunities based on grand promises instead of investing the disciplined effort needed for real, stable financial growth. Astrologically, this tendency is heightened by the current influence of Neptune squaring your personal planets, blurring the essential lines between genuine hope and self-deception. You've been using spiritual concepts or escapism, perhaps through excessive media or fantasy, as a shield against necessary responsibility and hard choices. This emotional escape is why your physical health feels stagnant and your overall energy lacks the sharp focus required for execution. The Seven of Cups reveals you are currently living in a labyrinth of self-created possibilities, actively avoiding the clear, hard truth sitting right in front of you. But the cosmic clock is ticking, and the universe demands you stop gazing solely at the clouds and instead look at the ground beneath your feet. This prolonged avoidance and refusal to choose has created a prison of your own making, which leads us directly to the next powerful revelation. The inevitable revelation, the Eight of Swords. Moving abruptly from the dreamy avoidance fog of the Seven of Cups, we land in the stark realization, represented by the Eight of Swords. This card is the direct consequence of avoiding reality, self-imprisonment, and mental paralysis. You are not physically bound by external forces, but you are mentally constrained by internal narratives and limiting beliefs that falsely tell you escape is impossible. This feeling of being trapped manifests physically as chronic anxiety and a constant low-level stress, significantly impacting your sleep cycles and overall ability to maintain robust health. Furthermore, you've been using spiritual excuses, like waiting for the right cosmic alignment or relying solely on passive manifestation techniques to avoid making tough, concrete decisions about your finances or career path. The chains surrounding you are not external. They are forged from old family patterns and inherited scarcity mindsets, often tied to a heavy Saturnian influence challenging your second house of resources. These limiting beliefs have prevented you from demanding the salary you deserve or setting firm, non-negotiable boundaries in your love life. You have consistently accepted less because deep down you hold the toxic belief that you don't deserve more. The critical energy building towards the date of 11/13 is specifically designed to cut through this persistent mental fog and expose these self-imposed chains for what they are. Tomorrow, something undeniable will happen. A concrete event, a difficult conversation, or a demanding financial deadline that forces you to see that the swords are not fencing you in. You are simply choosing to wear the blindfold. This sudden clarity is the painful yet absolute precursor to the collapse that follows. The impact, the lightning of the minor arcana, Ten of Swords. The sudden recognition of your self-imposed limitations, highlighted in the previous phase, now culminates in an abrupt and inescapable conclusion. This is the moment the external world mirrors your internal collapse, bringing an end so definitive it feels like a lightning strike splitting the sky. The universe is delivering a painful but ultimately necessary blow, ensuring that the shaky structures you relied upon can no longer stand, no matter how desperately you try to maintain them. This phase is characterized by the Ten of Swords, symbolizing a moment of absolute finality, where the weight of accumulated deceptions and denial finally becomes too heavy to bear. It represents the collapse of something significant, perhaps a relationship, a financial endeavor, or a core belief about your future. This event is sharp, swift, and designed to cut through every layer of artificial comfort you had constructed around yourself. The pain felt during this initial impact will be immense, comparable to a sudden physical wound, because it attacks the very foundation of the reality you chose to inhabit. For a long time, you knew things were unsustainable, but the actual moment of rupture forces you to feel the full, unmitigated consequence of avoidance. This truth, delivered with blunt force, leaves no space for excuses or spiritual bypassing. The significance of this card is that it marks rock bottom, the ultimate endpoint of self-deception and misaligned living. When the swords pierce the back, it signifies the betrayal of life itself, or rather, the consequence of ignoring life's persistent warnings. Crucially, though the position seems fatal, it is also the prerequisite for recovery. You cannot fall further once you have reached this floor. This collapse ensures that denial is absolutely no longer a viable option. The evidence of misalignment is now too visible to ignore or rationalize away. The imaginary possibilities that once offered a tempting escape have been utterly demolished, leaving behind only the cold, hard, undeniable facts of your circumstances. This brutal confrontation with reality is the necessary catalyst for true transformation moving forward. Brutal purification, the Queen of Swords. Once the initial shockwave from the Ten of Swords begins to dissipate, a powerful new energy takes root, characterized by sharp, cold, and undeniable clarity. The overwhelming pain starts to recede, replaced by a steely resolve and an urgent need for objectivity. This is the moment where emotional weakness is exchanged for intellectual strength, setting the stage for necessary house cleaning. The Queen of Swords strides into the aftermath, offering a stark intellectual perspective that stands in direct opposition to the emotional confusion of the past. She is not cruel, but she is utterly unromantic. Her focus is on pure, unbiased truth, regardless of how uncomfortable it might be to face. This card represents the immediate need to use logic to process the emotional devastation you have just endured. This energy enables you to ruthlessly cut through the sentimental justifications and rationalizations that previously kept you tethered to harmful situations. Illusions regarding your financial stability, unrealistic expectations in relationships, and any self-pitying narratives are sliced away with precision. Only the verifiable reality remains, allowing you to see situations exactly as they are, without the distorting lens of hope or fantasy. The Queen also turns her attention to the external environment, identifying and eliminating toxic individuals and draining relationships with surgical precision. This is not a time for gentle goodbyes. It is a time for firm boundaries and decisive severance. Anyone who benefited from your lack of clarity or who contributed to your recent collapse will be cleanly removed from your immediate sphere of influence. This purification process is harsh but profoundly liberating, establishing an immediate foundation built entirely on emotional independence and self-reliance. By embracing this Queen's energy, you secure the unwavering commitment to yourself, prioritizing mental peace and objective truth above all, draining emotional attachments. This newfound detachment prepares you for the specific revelations coming next. Someone's revelation, the Seven of Swords. With your vision purified and your emotional defense systems fully activated by the Queen of Swords, the objective eye now lands upon a specific, deceptive presence in your life. The new clarity highlights the subtle manipulations and concealed truths that you previously overlooked while operating from a place of excessive empathy and wishful thinking. This is the manifestation of the Seven of Swords, identifying the figure who has systematically fed on your good nature, taking advantage of your kindness and your tendency to give others the benefit of the doubt. This arcana focuses on sneakiness, avoidance of responsibility, and the quiet extraction of resources, whether those resources are emotional, energetic, or material. The revelation shows that this person has been operating with a hidden agenda, often appearing charming or helpless while subtly positioning themselves to profit from your generosity. This pattern includes manipulation, outright lies, and persistent emotional vampirism, leaving you depleted while they maintained a facade of innocence or need. The pain of the collapse now morphs into an understanding of specific betrayal. You realize that your good intentions were not reciprocated, but instead exploited as a consistent means to an end. This individual specialized in emotional evasion, ensuring that they were never truly committed or vulnerable, while gladly accepting every ounce of support you were willing to offer. The time for blind trust is over, and this revelation serves as a necessary wake-up call regarding the true nature of this relationship. Recognizing the calculated deception behind their actions allows you to fully utilize the detachment gained in the purification stage, setting the scene for an intellectual assessment of their identity and specific behavioral flaws. The mask falls. Following the recognition that someone was draining your energy, this next arcana precisely names that fleeting energy. The Knight of Wands, reversed, identifies the dynamic, charming individual who moved with intense speed but offered little lasting substance. Their initial charisma was often a clever disguise for internal turmoil and a profound lack of grounded direction. This person always seemed exhilarating, promising constant adventure and forward motion, yet they never managed to remain rooted long enough to build anything real or sustainable. The Knight of Wands in this inverted position specifically highlights recklessness and irresponsibility. This individual operated almost entirely on impulse, frequently making grand gestures or passionate declarations that quickly dissolved into a series of forgotten promises. They possessed a genuine seductive quality in their communication, skillfully painting vivid pictures of a shared future they truly had no intention of building or seeing through. This specific lack of responsibility stemmed not from malice, but from a fundamental inability to manage their own energy or follow through consistently. The central truth revealed by this card is the undeniable absence of true devotion in their actions towards you. While they might have appeared dedicated or emotionally invested in the moment, their commitment was always superficial, easily diverted by the next fleeting interest or distraction. They were expert practitioners at keeping you emotionally available and tethered while ensuring they remained utterly detached and completely free from any actual or perceived responsibility regarding the connection. When this mask of enthusiasm finally slides away, you are forced to confront the fundamental emptiness beneath the dazzling performance. All the rushed excitement and the initially intense shared energy were little more than smoke and mirrors, intentionally designed to capture and utilize your generous nature. This person's primary function in your life was ultimately to consume your stable presence and consistent attention, without ever intending or managing to offer a genuine, consistent return of their own. This necessary exposure marks a definite end to that frenetic, unstable connection, closing the door firmly on their influence. Recognizing this deep lack of sincerity is absolutely crucial, as it efficiently clears the emotional space you require for stability to enter. The atmosphere is now completely cleansed of that erratic energy, making the environment prepared to welcome a very different type of exchange, one based not on fleeting, consuming heat, but on genuine, balanced support and mutual, consistent respect. The new energy approaching. As the emotional dust begins to settle from the exposure of instability and the hasty retreat of the night, a profoundly different, positive vibration enters your emotional sphere. The Six of Pentacles signifies the necessary and impending restoration of fundamental fairness and deep balance in all your crucial emotional exchanges. Where previously you experienced constant taking and consumption, this specific new dynamic introduces genuine sharing and harmonious equilibrium, immediately shifting the entire atmosphere of your active relationships. This highly positive arcana speaks directly to genuine, mature reciprocity which transcends mere material gifts. It is fundamentally about a measured, continuous exchange of emotional labor, mutual effort, and consistent attention. You are now actively moving away from any relationship model where you constantly provided the majority of the input, but received very little in return. Whether this represents a completely new person entering your world or a current connection significantly deepening its commitment, the definitive feature is a clear, reliable two-way flow. The primary hallmark of this incoming energy is reliable, anchored support. Unlike the previous unstable emotional whirlwind you endured, this new connection offers a distinctly grounded and consistent presence, effectively providing a secure and durable emotional foundation. This individual values moderation, integrity, and kindness, understanding implicitly that strong relationships thrive on mutual upliftment rather than dramatic emotional highs and destabilizing lows. This arrival actively functions as a significant healing mechanism, compensating for the years of unilateral effort you had previously invested in draining connections. They possess the clarity to see your inherent worth and are deeply motivated to contribute equally, understanding that true adult companionship requires both people to willingly shoulder the emotional weight. This is a powerful opportunity to learn exactly what it feels like to be accurately seen and consistently supported, without the draining need to constantly fight for necessary validation. While welcoming this new emotional equilibrium is certainly vital and transformative, the dominant surrounding energies are now sharply directing your focus toward immediate practical matters. The universe rarely allows one area of life to be healed without instantly demanding attention to others that are lagging. Even as your relational stability solidifies, the unavoidable practical realities of your material world are about to assert themselves forcefully and loudly, requiring your immediate, sober, and undivided assessment. The collapse of financial fantasy. Despite the recent emotional breakthroughs and the arrival of relational stability, the overarching cosmic flow now directs your attention entirely onto the tangible, material world, represented powerfully by the Five of Pentacles. This card signals a necessary, albeit extremely uncomfortable, collision with financial facts and material constraints that you have spent considerable effort actively sidestepping. The temporary comfort of emotional fantasy must now unequivocally yield to the cold, hard clarity of your current practical circumstances. This arcana forces a confrontation with profound feelings of dependency, perceived scarcity, and mounting overdue obligations. You may suddenly experience a sharp realization of how much your past escapism was unconsciously fueled by actively avoiding the mundane tasks of budgeting, managing outstanding bills, or securing a steady, reliable source of income. The long period for casually dreaming about sudden miraculous wealth or relying on tenuous, uncertain sources is definitively over. The immediate situation urgently demands grounded, detailed planning. The standard imagery of the Five of Pentacles vividly displays exclusion and feelings of financial hardship. For you, this translates into recognizing uncomfortable dependencies that significantly restrict your personal freedom, whether they manifest as suffocating debts, an unsustainable reliance on precarious income, or deep emotional ties that are unfortunately linked to financial support. This realization, while immediately painful, accurately provides the exact map needed for your ultimate liberation. You must accurately see the entire cage before you can fully escape it. Life is now knocking with great urgency, demanding responsible, highly adult action concerning the management and allocation of your current resources. This is not a moment for formulating abstract, long-term strategies. It is a critical moment of financial triage, where immediate and damaging leaks must be quickly and efficiently plugged. You are required to soberly assess your fundamental needs versus your optional wants, and promptly establish clear, strict boundaries around both your spending habits and your personal energy exchange. This significant material jolt serves as a profound and inescapable catalyst for deeper understanding. The severe pressure of immediate practical necessity now vividly reveals precisely how your previous internal patterns of self-deception and emotional avoidance contributed directly to these external, painful limitations. This difficult financial recognition will inevitably lead you inward, pushing you toward the deep and necessary introspection required to thoroughly reform your outdated ways of interacting with both the material world and your own self-worth. Inner discovery, the hermit. After the intense revelation and the painful financial grounding, the universal energy pulls you back, demanding quiet contemplation. This is the moment represented by the hermit, where genuine introspection finally begins. You are asked to withdraw from the noise, seeking the illuminating light of your own internal lantern to fully understand the root causes of the recent chaos and misalignment. This solitary time is not punishment, but a sacred pause, allowing you to process the severity of the illusions that have just collapsed around you. The search now turns inward, focusing on uncomfortable self-truths that were previously hidden by external distractions and idealized projections. You must confront the old emotional patterns, the recurring family roles you unconsciously adopted, and the ways in which you consistently chose emotional escape over concrete accountability. This deep work involves recognizing the specific moments where you actively participated in your own unhappiness by ignoring obvious red flags or justifying stagnation. The hermit's wisdom highlights the critical distinction between spiritual patience and outright avoidance of necessary action. You realize that many of the excuses used to delay decisions, whether they were rooted in spiritual beliefs or simply fear, were just narratives crafted to keep you comfortable, even if that comfort was destructive. This period of deep review uncovers the accumulated emotional debris that has prevented authentic growth and stable living over the past cycle. By facing these historical self-deceptions directly, you gain an immense personal power. The light of this card is harsh but healing, illuminating the path forward through honesty. You are not just observing your past, you are dissecting it to understand the operational blueprints of your reactions. This self-knowledge is the ultimate foundation for enduring change, ensuring that you do not simply replace one illusion with another when you eventually re-engage with the world. Breaking shadows, the devil reversed. The knowledge gained in the solitary retreat instantly becomes power as you encounter the devil reversed, symbolizing a dramatic and definitive liberation. This shift marks the moment where you actively sever the toxic cords that introspection revealed, realizing that the dependencies and attachments were never about external control, but internal permission. This is the absolute end of allowing emotional or material vampirism in your life. This phase is characterized by breaking through the persistent emotional dependencies and karmic loops that have shadowed your life, often fueled by fear or guilt. You finally acknowledge how much of your energy was given away to individuals or situations that offered nothing but stagnation and distress. The chains are broken, not through an external struggle, but through the internal realization that they were never locked in the first place. You simply believed they were. The reversal of the devil is particularly potent because it exposes your own contribution to the prison you inhabited. You stop blaming external forces or fate and instead take ownership of the choices that kept you bound to harmful people or repetitive actions. This acceptance fuels a powerful surge of self-respect, making it impossible to tolerate anything that diminishes your newfound sense of worth or stability. The energetic clearing that occurs now is profound. It is a purification that removes the heavy influence of negative attachments. You are reclaiming the vital force that was previously misused, setting the stage for a life defined by self-sovereignty rather than obligation. This profound release ensures that the future steps you take are guided by clarity and genuine intention, free from the manipulative shadows of the past cycle. New consciousness of the Six of Swords. With the chains broken and the old dependencies severed, the Six of Swords arrives, signifying the start of a conscious, deliberate journey away from the rough waters of the past. This card represents a measured transition, where you are not running from the pain, but rather sailing toward calmer, clearer horizons, carrying only the essential lessons learned during the storm. This is the beginning of healing, moving away from self-punishment and fantasy. The move depicted here is both physical and emotional, emphasizing the necessity of distance from places, people, and habits that trigger old, harmful patterns. You are now actively investing in mental and emotional peace, prioritizing stability over the dramatic chaos that once felt familiar. This new consciousness involves understanding the profound value of emotional clarity, refusing to allow residual guilt to dictate your present decisions. A major element of this new awareness is the establishment of boundaries, firm, non-negotiable limits that protect your mental and energetic space. Where you once saw boundaries as cold or unkind, you now recognize them as necessary tools for self-preservation and healthy relationships. You are finally able to distinguish between genuine empathy and self-sacrificing depletion, choosing sustainable balance instead. This period requires patience, as the shift from turmoil to tranquility is a process, not an instant event. The landscape is changing from one of internal conflict to external alignment, confirming that the commitment to reality and truth, painful as it was, has yielded lasting freedom. You are leaving the island of self-imprisonment behind, heading towards a mainland built upon clarity and self-respect. Rebirth after the storm, the world. The journey concludes with the ultimate resolution card, the world, marking a full and triumphant completion of a major life cycle. After the pain, the revelation, the rupture, and the subsequent period of clarity and healing, you emerge integrated, mature, and completely whole. The lessons of misalignment, toxicity, and self-deception have been mastered, and you are ready to receive the fruits of your difficult inner work. This card signifies not just an end, but an elevated beginning, a consciousness that is entirely aligned with who you truly are and what you deserve. The previous constraints, whether financial, emotional, or relational, have dissolved, replaced by a deep understanding of your own strength and resilience. You have successfully navigated the entire internal transformation, closing the loop and stepping into a refined identity. The world positions you perfectly for universal opportunities, as your frequency is now clear and attractive to stable, reciprocal energies. All the elements of your life, spiritual, emotional, and material, are finally harmonized, allowing for effortless movement and creation. This rebirth grants you the wisdom to enter new endeavors without repeating the mistakes of the past, fully grounded in reality and authentic self-knowledge. This powerful alignment signals that you are ready for your next grand phase, stepping out as a more conscious and capable individual than ever before. If you want to understand how this new, conscious energy will manifest in your life and learn more about your unique chart, make sure to explore our other videos and playlists appearing on your screen right now. We are here to guide you through every cycle